Anyway.
Chaos ensues.
Chaos ensues. Hello, welcome to the podcast. What is our
Yeah,
name? The Lonely Boys Podcast or something stupid like that?
I have no clue.
I think it is. So,
I
welcome
wouldn't be
to
surprised.
I feel like it's the Lonely Boys Podcast. Let's go with that. So, hello, welcome to the Lonely Boys Podcast. I'm joined here with co-host Dylan. Don't worry about his username. He's not going to change it from what it is.
AKA Funk Me
Funk me
Silly.
silly. Um,
You don't want to know what the original was.
it was just change the letters in funk, and you'll probably figure it out.
Just like slightly blur the lines and you'll tell what I was trying to say.
Just rotate the N. Rotate the N. You'll figure it out.
Pretty
Anyway,
much.
I think it's been past 30 seconds. Fuck! Anyway, podcasts. They're happening. Fucking finally. I know, it's been, what, only a year?
It's been at least a year.
I think I should
Been a
post this on
while.
my main channel. I'll post this on my main channel. Go check that out. People on my main channel, come check this out. Links in the description.
Yeah, my channel's dead.
Yeah. We don't talk about Dylan's channel. He posted like a year ago.
I want that to be forgotten. I want that to be forgotten.
You can delete your channel.
I know I could. I'm just not going to.
Oh, you're
Some
just gonna
poor
use
soul will come across it someday.
5 years later and see your Skater 3 footage.
My random Skate 3 footage. My random fucking around with my brother.
Time to pay the fiddler.
That's an inside joke that we're not gonna explain.
Yeah. If you want it explained, go check the other podcasts.
You gotta-
Also
you gotta-
subscribe.
Yeah, you gotta deep dive through Eric's old content when he had like 9 subscribers.
Old content, you know.
Old
Podcast
content.
Podcast
Like the
6.
video. Like the video when I was a freshman and I slapped the shit out of you because you lost a bet.
Oh my god, that shit's still up.
That was my freshman year when we did that.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Fuck. And shit. I have to put like a blanket over my chair now because like there are springs loose, and if you sit on it, it just kind of goes into your ass, and it's not comfortable whatsoever.
Oh, like that. What's that fucking video? You know the one where the dude like sits down on that piano chair and the metal rod shoots up in his butthole or something?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And he gets up and crab hops to the bathroom.
Yes.
He crab walks to the bathroom.
Or like
One
you
hand
know,
in his ass, one hand in his, holding his pride.
holding his pride. And I'm proud to be an American.
His shattered ego.
His shattered ego. Oh, fuck. It's been a while since we've done one of these. It's a little off the rails.
Yeah,
We're just excited to be doing this again, honestly.
Yeah, we've been trying for a while. It's just
Discord
my
was a bitch
technology
for
sucks.
So Discord was a bitch for Dylan for no reason at all. And
None. I made an account. It was working. Then it signed me out of the account. Wouldn't let me log back in. So
yeah.
I had to make a new one.
So also we're not going to be using Zoom anymore cuz as some of you may know, you have to pay for Zoom.
Now, which is stupid.
Yeah, now, if before you didn't have to pay for it, sometime during the pandemic, they decided, you know, What if we make people buy premium so you can have a conversation for more than a fucking hour? Which,
Yeah.
by the way, Zoom was incredibly helpful when it was free because that was our main source of doing podcasts.
Yes. It was so much easier then.
It was so much easier. And like even when Zoom became a paid service, we could still use it because we had our school emails and
Yeah.
our profiles were paid for, so we could just use Zoom. So
Yeah.
it didn't matter.
Exactly.
I think like sometime during the summer or something like that when we tried to do these, they like I don't know. I can't remember, but eventually our school stopped paying for Zoom, so we had to stop using Zoom. And
Pretty much.
we couldn't really find outlets because once again, Discord didn't like Dylan for no reason. And we tried different outlets and they all sucked. So we just kind of stopped doing podcasts for a while. We eventually did create the Lonely Boys
We've
or
been
the
we've been
podcast
flirting
channel.
with the idea. We've been flirting with the idea of coming back to make more for a while now.
Oh yeah, we've been thinking about doing more podcasts for so long, and we just didn't have time. We were,
It just wouldn't. We were just cursed. It was
yeah,
cursed to
essentially,
never happen. It was
essentially
cursed to
it
never
was.
happen again.
But hopefully, Discord will start working for Dylan. We can only hope. And we
Yep.
can start doing podcasts again because this was always a passion project for both of us, really.
Yep.
So,
And it I don't really want to promise every like consistent uploads because with us you never know.
oh yeah, these aren't gonna be consistent. Just like with my channel and especially your channel, I mean like it's dead, so we don't really talk about it.
It's
But
been dead. You say we don't really talk about it, but we've
and
done
then we
nothing but
talk
talk about
about
it.
it. Yeah. Um
Not
so
to talk about it, but the channel was created when I was 14,
yeah,
and it all started
it all started, when some dickhead named Eric convinced me of doing it. So, that's really when it
for
all
no
went down.
reason.
That's all when it really went downhill. Anyway, fucking anyway.
From that
Yeah,
day
so
on, my life got worse.
yeah, schedules schedules are always going to conflict. There's stuff going on in life, I'm trying to manage a channel and go to work, and Dylan, I don't know what he's doing anymore. Um
I do stuff.
he
Totally.
sits at home and watches Breaking Bad finally.
Not
Um
really. I watched Breaking Bad for like an episode, and then I'm asked to do something, and I forget to pause it, and I gotta restart like 4 episodes.
that's great. Um
Consistency.
Yeah, consistency. Consistency is not so yeah, video posts not consistent. They'll
The most
come
consistent thing about this channel is how inconsistent it's gonna be.
yeah, um it podcasts are going to happen when they happen. So there are no I mean really though, they're going to happen when they happen. There are no guarantees here.
We will probably try to give heads up when they're coming out.
Yeah, as some of you may know, I have my own channel. It's doing fairly well. Um, so I will probably post this on my main channel to just like, hey, this exists. Do you remember this? Probably not.
This happened. Yeah.
You remember the old podcast? Well, guess what? We had a podcast channel. It has over like 2 views. Let's go, boys.
I think it's got like maybe a subscriber.
Think it has like 9 or something. Because like
I have no
when
idea.
when we were first starting out, um, and we actually were posting podcasts, I was posting shorts on on
Yeah.
it. And I just kind of moved away from it because we stopped doing podcasts.
Yeah, just completely dropped it. We honestly, I didn't realize how many we made. I thought we made like 3 or 4, and then I was like, "Oh wait, we made like 3 or 4 for that channel, and we made a bunch for yours too."
We made 2 for the main channel. We'll call so hold on. The main channel will just refer to my channel, and then we'll just call the boys podcast to the, podcast. So we made 2 for the podcast channel, and then we made 6 for mine.
Yeah.
5 was just chaos. We don't
5
talk.
was
We
absolute
don't
chaos.
talk about 5. We don't talk about 5.
No, which one was the one where we had the third amigo? Was that the
That
podcast
was
3?
pod. No, that was 5, which is why we don't talk about 5.
Oh, okay.
Podcast. Yeah,
The
podcast
third
5 was
that
absolute chaos.
we should change the name of that podcast to the third amigo
The third amigo.
because that's
Speaking
when the
of
third
the third amigo, he may show up. He may not. We may have actual people on our podcasts. Maybe, probably not.
we might get someone who we're gonna refer to as the third amigo for now.
The third amigo. You all know him or should. It's
Probably
just
not.
it's just Camden. I mean, come on. We can talk about him. I talk about him all the goddamn time. Shit.
Yeah, Camden is the third amigo.
The third one. Yeah, he's the one. You know.
He's the legendary discontinued amigo.
The discontinued one. He's like the one that you have to go out of your way and find.
Yeah, he's
Um
the stock X amigo.
I think we had talked about getting another person on the podcast at some point. That is probably not going to happen because I don't think we have contact with this person anymore.
No, that would have been when we were all together. If all 4 of us made one, that would have been
Oh
absolute
my
fucking
god.
chaos.
Podcast 7. The legendary chaos. That would have
With
been so insane.
podcast chaos mod.
Chaos mod, yeah. We
That
try
would
to
have been
survive
wild.
100 days in a podcast. So, normally when we do a podcast, we like to have a topic to talk about. As you can probably figure out, there's no topic because we haven't done one of these in a while. We're trying to get
Yeah,
back into the
the
swing
the
of
groove.
things. Yeah, the groove. We're trying to get back into it because once again, we haven't done these in so long. I want to say about a year. It's had to have been a year by now.
At least.
At least a
At
year.
least.
So we haven't done one of these. Like Dylan said, we've played around with doing these a lot, but once again, schedules, Discord being a dick to Dylan for no reason, so shit happens really. So, we can't really make plans when, technology will just kind of fuck you in the ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
But hopefully OBS is not trying to kill itself currently. But yeah, yeah.
In the future, we're going to talk about totally interesting topics.
100%
Like,
interesting. It's going to not be like the Joe Rogan podcast or
we're going to make
Distractable or
we're going to
any
make actual interesting content like what's the best ramen flavor?
yeah.
Uh shit
Uh
that actually matters to society.
yeah, who um
Which if a
uh
spork is better than a spoon and a fork.
uh
If we should make
um
butter fork. It's
a
butter
butter
knife and a
fork,
fork.
you know,
Butter spoon.
a butter spoon. A butter spoon. is just a better spoon, but for butter.
Do you say spork or fapoon?
Who the fuck says a fapoon? That shit's awesome.
I,
Fapoon.
l- I, I've always said spork, but I like fapoon more.
Fapoon.
It's
come come on down to the Lonely Boys Pot merch store. We're selling Fapoon shirts now.
fapoons.
Fapoon. We're
That's
selling
wild.
we're selling t-shirts that just have the word Fapoon on it with no context whatsoever.
Not a sport. It's a fapoon.
It's a Fapoon.
I don't identify as a spork. I identify as a
Identifies a
fapoon.
Fapoon. Okay. So yeah, anyway, typically we do have stuff to talk about once again. First one we've done in a while, so it's a little unhinged, as it should be. Um,
It's not gonna get much better.
it's really not. We will go off topic so many times, it's not even funny. I mean, like,
We are
hell.
both probably autistic.
I mean, like, hell, look at podcast 1 through 6. That
If you
should tell
watch
you
any of
something.
the if you watch any of the past ones, you know that what we're about to start doing again is not that fun. It's just gonna be weird shit.
I mean, well, because the first 6 podcasts were just us talking with no
Which is exactly
context
what this
whatsoever.
is.
Which is what exactly, yeah. While this is also like an update, um, what should I call this? Podcast update, and I'll post it on both channels. Um, so
Sure.
yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway, I
Yeah.
feel like that's a good stopping point
Yeah,
for this.
there's nothing else for us to really talk about.
Um,
So,
yeah. So
outro. Bow
uh,
wow. Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
anyway, thank you everybody so
uh,
much for watching. Don't forget
see
to
you all.
like, comment, subscribe. Check out
Please
my
don't come back.
channel.
Please don't
Don't
come
come.
back. I hate people.
Check out my channel. Don't check out Dylan's channel. It's not gonna be in the description because it's dead.
Don't
Um,
check it out. Nothing's gonna happen to it anytime soon.
he might post a picture of a dildo at some point on there. Uh,
Pocket
anyway,
pussy.
yeah.
A mater baiter.
I made it beta. Yeah. Anyway, bye. Fuck off. Bye.
Fuck
Fuck.
off. I
Fuck
hate
off.
people. Fuck